Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, my name is Gina and I make videos all about fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. Today I'm going to be coming to you guys with an everyday, easy yet glam and casual hair and makeup routine. So for a long time, I always struggled with finding products that worked for my face and that worked together. I'm really excited to share all of the products that I have with you guys because I feel like I finally nailed my routine down and I actually have products that last on my face and don't separate or disappear, and the makeup still looks beautiful hours later, which is a big plus. Also, I'm going to be showing with you how I curl my hair and style it every single day. It's honestly so easy and it takes me 5 minutes literally to complete my entire head. So I don't know about anybody else, but if you're like me, you're always late, you're always in a time crunch, and you always need to get somewhere and you have like 5 minutes and you have no makeup on, your hair's still like wet. So for that reason, I cut my products to a very bare minimum. If you guys have any questions about any of the steps or products that I use in this video, please just leave me a comment. I will get back to you as fast as I can. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so sorry if my hair looks crazy, but I just jumped in the shower and I washed my hair and I let it sit in the towel and soak for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then after that I'll just take it down and let it air dry as I'm doing my makeup, and then I'll finish it off later. So the primer that I use every single day is by Milk Cosmetics. I don't know if you could see, but it's like a gel consistency. What I notice about this primer is that it grips the makeup really well. I was having trouble for a while finding a primer that actually like held my makeup in place and didn't allow my foundation to like crack or like dissolve over the period of the day. So when I was in Sephora a couple months back, I believe this primer was like new, and the sales associate there was like raving about it. They're like, you have to try this, you have to try this, and I literally have never gone back. So it's kind of like a tacky consistency, and after that I let it dry, I don't know, for like 10-15 seconds, and then I go in with a damp beauty sponge and I use my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and I'm in the shade TAWNY. So again, finding like a staple foundation was such a struggle for me. I feel like I've tried every single brand, everything that all the beauty gurus recommended, and nothing seemed to be working for me. And I tried a bunch of different foundations in combination with different setting powders, different primers, different setting sprays, and nothing seemed to work for me. And I just would get so frustrated because I'd spend all this money on makeup and all this money like on a high-end foundation or whatever it may be, and it just wasn't working out for me. So I was like just complaining to my aunt about it, and she was like, why don't you just try the one that I use? I use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I was like, oh, I've heard of it. Like, I never gave it a try. So I went and I picked it up, and instantly like I could tell a difference, especially now with this primer. It was within that like same week or two that I was like desperately searching for a primer, so I winded up trying them for the first time together, and they were like a match made in heaven. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the foundation that I'm loving, I don't know if it's the primer, but them together is like literally a match made in heaven, and they just pair together so well. So those two products I literally use every single day. Don't get me wrong, I do try other makeup and I do love other foundations, but nothing has compared to the combination of these two together. For concealer, I just use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 15 Light. And concealer, I really just focus right underneath my eyes. And then what I actually like to do with the concealer as well is I like to put it on top of my eyelids to prime them for eyeshadow, and it really just creates like a smooth canvas. Because my eyelids are like very veiny and my skin's like a little see-through, I would say, on my eyelids. Just putting a fresh layer of concealer on there really just creates such a smooth canvas. So that's what I've been doing forever, and I actually learned how to do that years and years ago from Kathleen Lights, and she literally used the exact same Maybelline concealer. She did the exact same technique, and that is where I got that from. So after I put my concealer and my foundation on, I just set my makeup with setting powder, obviously. And I was using the Laura Mercier one for a while, but it's honestly like so expensive and I go through it so quick. And for so many months and years even, I bought it and I was like, you know what, let me try something else. So I picked up this Morphe translucent setting powder, and it works the exact same way. I don't know why I was like wasting triple, quadruple the price on that product when I could just use this. I just take it with a damp beauty sponge, and I do on top of my eyelids, underneath them, and then on my smile lines, and then on my nose. After I do those sections, I then take a big fluffy powder brush. This one's from Real Techniques, and I first just brush off what I just put on with the sponge. Then I just take what's left in the little cover and I just like run it over my whole face just to set all my makeup, because I do not like when my makeup's tacky, and by setting it, it's obviously gonna stop your foundation from transferring onto anybody, like if you give them a hug or anything. So after my powder, I always go in with bronzer, and on an everyday basis, I use the Too Faced Sweet Tea bronzer, and it's just like in the shape of a little heart, and it's split down the middle in the pan, and it's lighter on one side and a little bit more of a medium color on the other. And this is a shimmer bronzer, so I don't use it to like contour or anything. I don't contour at all on an everyday basis. I just think it's like a waste of time to do every day, and this is just so easy. So my goal is really just to like warm up my face and give a little bit of dimension to it. And I just do along my cheekbones, a little bit like almost where I would put blush, around my temples and my forehead, above my eyebrows. So I really just do like that classic 3 that everybody does, but honestly it's the way to apply it. I always bring it down my neck because I don't want any discoloration, and especially in the winter, like I'll put self tanner on, but not all the time because I'm usually covered up to here, so I'll just bronze my neck, my face, and I could even add a little bit of bronzer to my hands, and that's all you see. And then I don't contour my nose at all. I'll just take this brush, and this is a Eco Tools brush. It's just like a fluffy powder brush, and I'll pinch it because like on an everyday basis I don't want to grab for like 100 brushes. Tap in the same bronzer, squeeze the brush, and just run it on the sides of my nose just to kind of slim it a tiny bit. If I'm in a real rush, I'll just take the same bronzer on a fluffy crease brush, and this one's from NYX, and I'll literally just run it through my crease for eyeshadow. I feel like this is good because it honestly just like creates the same flow of tone throughout your whole face, so it almost gives it a more natural look. If I do have a little bit more time that day, I'll just grab this new palette that I picked up, and it's by Juvia's Place, and I believe it's just like the mini I think it's just like a mini bronze eyeshadow palette. I'll link it below, obviously. And I'll usually just take this corner shade and this middle bottom shade, mix them together, and just run it in my crease. And then I also will take it down on my lid. Again, this same brush is being used for everything in the eyeshadow look, especially if like I'm rushing in the morning, I don't have time. I don't want to be looking through 100 brushes to find the one that I need. That's why on an everyday basis, I just find one brush that I could use in many different ways. Then I'll just take my finger to this shimmer corner shade, and I will just pat it right on my inner corner and just like drag it and swipe it over a little bit. Again, I don't try to complicate this routine too much. It's really honestly very simple, and anybody could do it. You don't need to be such a talented makeup artist to achieve this everyday look. I will also take some of this like right underneath my eyebrow on my brow bone, just to give it a little bit of highlight, and then I'll just take that same brush and just literally just blend. So after that, I immediately move on to my eyebrows, and I just take the Anastasia Brow Definer in the shade Ebony, and I just brush through my eyebrows. My eyebrows are obviously very thick naturally, and I don't need to really fill them in. I believe your eyebrows frame your face. So what I'll do is I'll actually try to match the front of them and the arches, and then that's it. I never fill in like the actual part of my brow. Then I will move on to mascara, and the one that I use every single day and I swear by is the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black. I have never tried the one that doesn't say Carbon Black. I don't know why, but this is the specific one that I always use every single day. And my eyelashes are pretty long, so I do not wear falsies on an everyday basis, but if I'm ever going out to dinner that night, or if I want to like I don't know, touch my makeup up, I could always throw on a strip lash like before I go out and add a little bit more eyeshadow and blush, and that could just really elevate this look. Since I create such like a neutral basis to my makeup, I could really elevate it at night and turn it into many different makeup looks. So it used to be if I put my makeup on in the morning and I was going out that night, I would actually have to like take my makeup off, redo it, because it was all like crusty and gross at the end of the day, and it was like disappearing. It would like just patch and break off my face. But ever since this combo of the foundation and the primer that I'm using, I have not had to do that at all, which I'm so impressed, because I literally never ever like experienced makeup lasting that long. Like if I put it on at 8 a.m. and I wanted to go out to dinner at like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, that's 12 hours your makeup's on. So you would expect it to look a little, you know, faded or whatnot, but the combination of the products that I use, I feel like I found a very good balance. So I literally just like load and load up the mascara, just because if I do decide to put falsies on later, it just blends so much better. When I do put falsies on, I actually cut the strip in half so it looks a little bit more natural, and I only attach it to the outer half of my eye. So after my mascara, I take my Milani Baked Blush in the shade Berry Amore on this Equal Tools blush brush, and I just concentrate it right on the apples of my cheeks, like almost right under my eye. I do like blush, but I really don't like a pinky blush. So I like something that has almost like a little bit of a bronze sheen to it. So it almost looks like I was sun-kissed from the sun, opposed to like stamping bright bubblegum pink blush on my face. And I always take a swipe of my brush onto my forehead and to my chin, because naturally the sun hits us at all angles, not just where blush is supposed to go, your cheeks, but it hits you at all high points of your face. That's usually all I do for blush. If I'm not in a rush, I do like to apply a little bit of highlighter, and I use the Becca Opal highlighter. I just take it on this Morphe M510 brush, and I just swipe a tiny bit right on my cheekbone and a tiny bit on my lip, and that's it. Again, I just don't go crazy with highlighter on an everyday basis either, because you want to look somewhat natural, like a natural glam. So just for the sake of the video, I just want to show you guys how fast and easy it is to throw on fake lashes. The ones that I use every day are the Kiss number 11s. I've been using these for a while now, and I feel like they're the most natural looking, yet they still look like you have almost maybe eyelash extensions. It really doesn't look like you have a full strip lash on, which is what I like. And I will just wait, obviously, for my mascara to dry first. I will put the glue on the strip, and again, I cut them in half. You can do it however you like, and I just use this Ardell lash grip, and it's just the clear brush on version. I will wait for this to get tacky for about 30 seconds. I will wait for this to get a little bit tacky. I just hold the mirror really close up to my face and look down. And just like that, it's on. Once it's on, I will actually take my tweezer and pinch together the lash band and my real lashes. Obviously, be very careful when you're coming in this close to your eye with a tweezer. But after that, it's literally like, it's on. So I always make sure to put chapstick on my lips before I go in with any products, and then I'll just like blot it on the back of my hand, just not to make it too slippery. The everyday lip combo that I use is this NYX lip liner in the shade Natural. And obviously it's all personal preference. What I recommend to do is to find like a Your Lips But Better shade. And then what I used to go in everyday with was Velvet Teddy from MAC. But now I've been recently using Creme Cup from MAC. And it's just like a angelic pink, light baby pink color. And this is what it looks like. And then the key to lock your makeup in place is setting spray. I've used a couple, and the one that I found works the best for me is actually the cheapest, so it's great. Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I don't like put a lot on, I don't pound it on. I just like do a light mist, and it just locks my makeup in place all day. So I never really bring any products with me to touch up my makeup because nothing really fades at all. But I've noticed if I'm wearing sunglasses and it gets a little bit hot, you know, and whether I'm in the car or outside or whatever it may be, the sunglasses do leave little indents on my nose and sometimes even takes off of the foundation because of the rubbing constantly. So what I found really helps me touch that up quick is this Bare Minerals powder foundation. And obviously I don't use it in the form of powder foundation, so I don't know how well it works in that way. But I will just honestly take this little sponge that it comes with, press it, and just pat my nose really quick, and it instantly blurs it and kind of mends my makeup back together. Another brush that I found works well with it, and if I'm carrying a bigger bag that day, I will just take this powder brush. All the products that I've used in this video will certainly be linked down below. So I will bring lip products to touch up my lips throughout the day because obviously I'm not wearing like a liquid lipstick or any long wearing lip products, and I always make sure to apply chapstick right before I do my lipstick and my lip liner. So I'll just take my lipstick I use that day and my lip liner, put it in my purse. I honestly have multiples of each of these. I don't even have to like take it from my makeup vanity and put it in my purse every day because I just use them so much that I have them in both places. That is the complete makeup look, and now my hair is honestly about 90% dry. I do not have straight hair by any means. My hair is honestly a little bit wavy and a little bit frizzy. So I'm going to do a hair care routine soon that goes more in depth with the products that I use on my hair. So I don't wash my hair on an everyday basis. I honestly wash my hair twice a week, and then I just use dry shampoo or I put it up the other days of the week. So now my hair is about 90% dry, and I'm just gonna brush it through with a big paddle brush, and I'm just gonna free blow dry it. Saying that, I mean I'm not like, you know, gonna blow it out in a certain way. What means I'm just gonna blow dry my hair, not in any particular way, and then I will go in later with hot tools. Oh, and now my hair is all dry. Then I will again take the brush through it to make sure it has no knots before I start curling it. And because my hair was 90% dry already when I started blow drying it, it just cut the time. It honestly literally took me like 5 minutes, not even, to blow dry my hair. On an everyday basis, my hair naturally like falls with the middle part. So I'll just go ahead and, you know, straighten my part out. I honestly am always getting ready in a rush, and I never have time to really spend a lot of time on my hair. But I always do, you know, obviously want to look put together and wear little pretty curls in my hair. So the curling iron that I use is from T3, and it honestly heats up in like 20 seconds. It's crazy. I just noticed that using this curling iron specifically has made my curls last so much longer and hold a lot better. But I'll just take a big huge chunk of my hair, and I don't use this curling iron in the traditional, you know, twirl and clamp way. I almost use it in the way you would use a wand. So I open this up and I just twist my hair around the barrel. I close it. I wait like, I don't know, 5 or so seconds per curl, and then I just take it out, and it is a pretty bouncy little everyday curl. Obviously when I'm going out and I'm spending a lot more time on my hair, you know, do a nicer curl, a tighter curl. But on an everyday basis, this is exactly what I do. I don't you know, do any crazy teasing. I don't do anything besides really curl my hair and make sure it doesn't look frizzy and put some hairspray. I know everybody's hair is different, but for me, I would say that this hairstyle that I've been doing is so effortless, and it takes literally 5 minutes for me to do my whole head because I take such big sections. And then this front piece I'll bring down a little bit just because I don't want it too curly close to my eye, and I'll hold it for a little bit longer just because I want this curl to stay because it's framing my face. But even that wasn't long, and then I will let it go, and this is what I get. I noticed that I have like a little bit of frizz over here, so what I'll honestly do is take it, and you could go over this with a product or even a straightener, but if I'm in a rush, again, I just want to use one product. I don't know if you can see, but I'll take the curling iron, clamp it, and just smooth that part. And by doing that, it just instantly takes down the frizz and smooths the section out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing to the other side. On an everyday basis, I really believe that easiest is the best. So for hairspray, I use this weightless one from Rusk, and I will have this linked below. And this hairspray it holds the curl but doesn't you know, leave your hair feeling crunchy or any which way. And to get a little bit more of the piecey look and more volume, I will actually hold my hair out like this when I spray. And I don't put a lot of hairspray just because I feel like I don't need it. And that's it. I don't fuss with it too much. And honestly, I've been using a different shampoo and conditioner recently. My sister is a licensed cosmetologist, so she always like is shedding her little tips and tricks with me and telling me like what's the next best hair product to get. This is only my second time using this hair product, and wow, has it made a difference. My hair is just so smooth and soft. So I will include those products in my hair routine video, where I go obviously more into depth of how I wash it and what I use to wash it. So for my everyday outfit, I usually just throw on a little tunic. I have like a whole bunch of colors, but this one is actually going to be featured in a fashion video of mine, so I'm going to save it for that. But that's what I throw on every day, with just like a pair of jeans or a pair of leggings. I just want to be comfortable and cute at the same time. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching my everyday makeup routine. Hopefully I gave some really good tips to you guys that you could implement into your own makeup routine and help you perfect the part of your makeup routine that you're maybe struggling with or having trouble finding a product that works for you. And as you can see, my everyday curls are really, really simple. I would love to do more of these videos, so please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And I now am going to be posting 2 videos a week on beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. Obviously the month of December is going to be Christmas content packed, so I just uploaded my last video on how I decorated this beautiful tree and some of the holiday accents that I added to my room. If you want to check that video out, I will have it linked in the description box, and I will see you guys in the next one.